Well, hello. We are at already the 16th of April. My goodness me. That is something, isn't it? So tomorrow is another new moon. So we've been preparing to put some more seeds in. Meanwhile, this is going to be a bit of a miscellaneous mix of a few things on progress so far. And this is what we are at with the new shed. Now it's been painted and it's all together, except now we build a wall around the base and get that absolutely level. And then the steps, I like the colour. I don't like marmalade. It's not something that ever floats my particular boat. And this is an oil-based preservative. Grey, can you believe I call it grey? Needs a second coat, so it'll look like that. First coat, and it all goes, sinks in, doesn't it? Which is what it's supposed to do after all. And so we have that. Then we peel off these protective bits of cellophane to reveal it's actually glass. Well, it's not glass, it's very strong, clear perspex. So that's that story so far. Another little thing that I'd like to show that we've been doing is something that happened a few months ago. Obviously not going to happen to everybody, particularly if you live in a town, but a neighbour appeared with some sheep's wool and said, could you use this? So what I did with it was to put it around, put bits in my garden where I know the dahlias are. I've got one there, a couple of places there beyond the gaps. So that we keep that sort of bed quite warm and encourage the dahlias at least not to die and to come on whilst it's cold outside. It's warm under the soil because of the sheep's wool. So then, and I did that also with peonies. So now they're up. I've had a bit to spare. So I thought, oh, I'll put them where we have put seedlings in here. I don't have a greenhouse yet. Hoping we might get that in the next year. But so I have to put my seedlings out. And it's really quite cold to do that in April in southwest of England. But I have to do it anyway. So those seedlings, courgettes and basil, I think, to put them out there and covered them up, rather like putting a duvet over them so that they encourage them to germinate probably a little bit earlier than they would if we didn't have the duvet on. So that's what I've done with that gift from the universe, really. And the carrots that we put in the last new moon actually doing really well. And these little green numbers here are the spinach, which was from last year, which we decided to keep. And this is what we did last week. I think I posted this one already. And then yesterday we put this pipe in right down the middle, creating the space to do that by sticking that right down to create the space, and then put this down, having drilled holes, quite big holes. See if I can show you. There's that one there. That one there. It's quite a big hole, see? What I have to do now to do even watering is put the hose pipe in there and fill it up, and then that's going to fertilise the strawberries. It's really looking quite healthy. None of them have died, except possibly that one, which we're trying to give a final chance. It's struggling a bit. Otherwise, it's looking good. And that's only in less than a week. Well, that's a really fun thing to do. I mean, if all you've got is a tiny little spot by your front door or your back door or anything, this really doesn't take up much space. And you can put stickers on it, or sort of daub it with a bit of paint. It won't last, but it'll also look quite fun, and it's a good way to recycle plastic rather than, as I said in the video, adding to a mountain of plastic that we've so foolishly collected on the planet in our ignorance or other reasons. So it's the grass that I seeded probably about 3 weeks ago. It's been quite mild actually, because now that we've got the shed here, this was a kind of wild patch where I grow wild flowers. It's very, very labour intensive business, which I'll talk about in another video. And there's my contemplative Buddha to remind me and those that visit the garden about present moment living. So this is interesting. So we planted this at the new moon. I know it was the last new moon, which was in March, because we have a new moon tomorrow. And these carrots are definitely not. They're twice as small than the ones that I haven't put mulch on. So mulching, whilst it protects, and also it's got good nutrients in this particular mulch, so it is nourishing the ground and the soil. It certainly doesn't promote instant growth, but it does promote, good, strong, healthy fruit, vegetables eventually, when it does come up. So those are the garlics. Oh, the garlics are doing much better. So we've got the blossom out and going down, blossom out and going away, rather quick. This year, with the ivy growing around the house, and I have anyway, this is south facing, got the buds well developed on the wisteria. How are yours doing? For anybody who's got some to look at and enjoy. That is my bay leaf tree, which only because I've got the space, I like to let it grow big. But you can have it small, you can have it as big and as small as you like. They grow well pretty much anywhere. Okay, I think that's probably just about covers everything up to date until we do a video on our next experiment, which is going to be hydroponic, to grow some broccoli with hydroponic only water. See how that happens. These, again, that we know it's a month because we put them in on the new moon in March, but that has taken a month to come up to that, and that's beetroot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of beetroot, which then, unfortunately, it's a job that really I don't like doing. It's so time consuming. Is we need to prick them out and give them the space to grow. At the moment they're too crowded, but anyway, it's all part and parcel of the joys and the boring bits of gardening and growing our own vegetables, the onions well up. Okay, catch you later. Bye now.